What's up, everybody? This is Riley. I am the youngest of the Pulsifer siblings. Currently 27 years old and living in El Centro, California. Not necessarily by choice. I work for a heavy civil contractor, and that's where the job took me. So that's where I'm at right now. Wanted to start this YouTube channel to kind of document some of the things that my brothers and I and my sister and I do and have done, and what we like to do as hobbies. I think this is kind of a cool way to document who we are and some of the things that we may do that most people don't. I'm on my way home from work right now. I wanted to do a little walk around of my truck and some of the repairs that my brother Cody and I did on it this past weekend over Christmas, over the holidays. I drive a 2016 F-150, and it's a little bit of a higher trim, and where I work is not on pavement by any means. So it rides a little bit lower. It is four-wheel drive, but it rides a little bit lower, and it was getting kind of beat up. So I made the decision to buy another vehicle that I was not worried about putting miles on, and I was not going to be concerned about it bottoming out or ruining anything, underneath. And so we found a 2011 Ford Raptor. It is a used Border Patrol truck. Now, being a used government vehicle, I went into it knowing full well that it may have some serious issues. And for the most part, it was in pretty good shape. I actually did not see the truck when it was bought. My wife and my father-in-law went to go see it. I was at work. I trusted their judgment, and turns out the truck is actually in really good shape for the most part. There were things here and there that needed to be fixed on it, but I think that overall it was a really good buy. Now, a lot of people get really finicky about buying anything from the government, and I do not blame them a bit. But a couple of things that we did do on the truck is we fixed the AC condenser on the truck. Now, the AC condenser also acts as a power steering fluid cooler. Now, my power steering kept on leaking out, and it was leaking all down the front of the truck, and I couldn't figure out where necessarily it was coming from because it was caked with dirt and everything else, and I didn't know if it was repairable. And so I just went ahead and bought a new one, and Cody helped me replace it. I am almost home, so I'll go over that, do a little walk around in the truck after I get back. Another thing that he helped me with was the tailgate on the truck. The hinge was cracked and broken, and the tailgate didn't sit right with the truck. It was always kind of hanging out just a little bit. So now that we fixed the hinge, it sits in there really nice. We took it off, he laid it down and welded it together, and it fits really, really nice now, almost like a brand new tailgate. So that was really cool. All right, made it home. Unfortunately, I live in an apartment complex because I'm just down here for work. Couldn't find a house, and ended up here. So this is kind of what I got to deal with. So starting off first, Cody, as I was saying, welded the tailgate here. I still need to brush it a little bit and repaint it, but that hinge was cracked, and he was able to re-weld that and fix my tailgate. It was hanging out quite a bit from the truck, as you can see. It's nice and snug now. The rear left door, from excessive use, I'm not sure what happened to it, but there's a big old huge wiring harness that comes through there for the window, the locks, and everything along those lines. Anyways, there was a couple wires that broke inside of there, so I replaced the entire wiring harness, had to take off the whole door, which was a nightmare. And then the AC condenser that Cody also just helped me put in. Here it is, brand new. So this was a little bit tricky to take out just because it's in kind of a tight spot. Had this plastic shroud around it, so that was kind of hard to take out. And then also when we hooked up the power steering back together, I think we got a little bit of a air bubble in the line, and it kind of got up to heat and it blew the line off from underneath the clamp, and I had fluid spray all over my motor and underneath my truck and all over the place. But we got that all put back together, and that's good now. Had to adjust my headlights because for whatever reason they were like pointed at the sky, and every time I drive by somebody, people would turn on their brights and flash me, and it was super annoying, so I had to fix that. The truck, when I got it, was missing one lug knot on every single one of the wheels for whatever reason. I'm not sure why, but had to buy all new lug nuts for it. Got a little spray and bed liner for it, and got the windows tinted. Overall, it's been a really good truck. I was thinking about just kind of fixing it up and doing simple repairs to it and selling it when I was done, but it's really been growing on me. I think I'm gonna have a harder time letting go of it than I thought I was going to. But there's a couple more things that I would like to do to it. It's fun working on it with my brothers, and I think that we could turn it into something maybe a little cooler later on, maybe in its life. I thought that maybe we could turn it into some kind of a racing Baja 1000 vehicle. I think that would be a fun project for the brothers to do. Maybe weld a cage up on the inside and do a race together. I think that would be super fun. I don't know. These are always kind of ideas that float around in our head, but tends to seem like they never actually happen. But maybe one of these days we'll do something really cool together. But anyways, this is my work in progress. Cody's got his Bronco, and Chad's got his equipment around the house with my dad. We've got all little things that we can tinker on. I'm sure Jordan's got a little something here and there that he likes fixing up. We'll have to wait for his video though. Anyways, this is kind of an intro video of who I am, where I live, what I'm doing. I would like to make a little video of where I work. I take care of a concrete batch plant at work, and I'm in charge of the maintenance and operations of it. And I would like to do a short video just to show some of the family members and anybody who watches this kind of what I do, because it's not something that people fully understand or know how it works. So stay tuned for that.